Hello, this is Matthew Mabry, and this is tutorial 9 for Desire to Learn. In the last tutorial, we looked at how to add long answer questions to quizzes, and now even though there's other question types to play around with, I hope you feel like you have enough comfort with some of the questions types I showed you that you'll be able to troubleshoot those remaining question types on your own. Now I'd like to go over with you some of the details for how you grade those quizzes. Now before we dive into Desire to Learn, I want to remind you that here at my blog, I've got all these tutorials I've mentioned, and especially I want to refer back to you to tutorial 3, where I went over in detail the basics of how to grade quizzes, how automatic grading works, and how you grade those long answer questions, and then how you can do some item analysis of the results, either to show your class or for just yourself to review the quiz and see the strong and weak points of your classes as a whole. What I want to do today is hit some of those missing parts that I wasn't able to cover in tutorial 3 that I've been frustrated with myself and had to figure out on my own for grading. So here we go. Going into Desire to Learn, I'm headed to Science, I'm headed to Assessments and Quizzes, and now instead of looking at 5.1, the quiz I have not taken yet, we're going to take a look at one of the quizzes I gave at the beginning of December. So once you find the quiz you want to grade, which in my case it's going to be quiz 4.2, you're going to click this little caret next to it and you're going to click grade. And then you're going to see a screen like this. Now the first little detail I want to mention is displaying. This displays all these students and their grades right here. However, if on display options you do not have click quiz score, what you're going to see is all of these students, and instead of seeing their quiz grade to put in a PowerScore, you're just going to see their letter grade. So the first thing I want to remind you is make sure on display options you have quiz score checked. The second thing I want to go over with you is how you find the quiz scores for students who take the quiz late. Because what you're going to see is there's a huge number of students right here, every student for every class. All 130, 40, 50 of my students is displayed all in a huge line. Well, the easiest way to look for them is to look right here on the publish line. This is what you should do after you're done grading all your students' score. Is in order for them to see how they did, you need to make sure that you publish their results so when they log on to Desire to Learn, they can see them. The easiest way to do this is to click this one button, which then will publish every single student right here. And you can see if I click the top arrow, it unpublishes every result, so now no one can see them. And if I click the bottom two arrows, everybody gets published. So what you can do to find a student who has taken the quiz late is that if I'm scanning right here and I notice, oh look, there's a little check mark unchecked, I'm like, okay, it looks like Brianna has not taken this quiz yet. Now, that's an annoying way to find it, I think, because I'm scanning quickly, I've got a lot of things to do, and it's easy. Oh, I think I saw a checkbox. Oh, yep, I did, but it's hard to find. What I do instead is I go to Attempts, and then I will search for, it has to be attempts that have been completed, and then I go to Ungraded Attempts. Now you would think you could just hit enter, but that's not true. What you want to do is click this magnifier glass with your left click, and now it searches. And if I had, see it says 0 search results, if I had any students who I had not yet graded and published, they would show up here. And that is the easiest and best way to find those results. Other than that, I think if you watch that third tutorial, you guys should be good to go for grading your quizzes. I just want to remind you, since I've got you on the screen, when you want to grade those short answer questions, you come down to long answer, click on that last one, and here you have the ability to look over every single one and to give feedback on every question if you want. So that's all there is, folks, to setting up quizzes and grading quizzes. I would love to hear about your successes or challenges in doing so, or anything cool you find. There's a lot I'm sure that I haven't explored with grading quizzes, but what I do know is what I've shared with you. Hope it turns out to be really useful for you. Take care.